Hey guys, Bob McBride, Black Powder TV. Today we're going to do a real quick spotlight video on one of our new rifles, the Soddy-Daisy Tennessee rifle. So Flintlock, it's this one right here in the middle. This is an East Tennessee gun here, Upper East Tennessee, so Northeast. This is Soddy-Daisy gun, and this is the Kibler, so it's a North Carolina gun made after the work of Joseph Whitson, and so these are kind of all three right across the border from each other in Eastern Tennessee and Western North Carolina. Kind of Appalachian guns, right? Mountain guns. East Tennessee, Upper East Tennessee, Soddy-Daisy, Southeast Tennessee. Soddy-Daisy, they call it the Soddy-Daisy School because that's where they were made, in a pair of towns called Soddy and Daisy. In recent history, they combined into a town, and now they're Soddy-Daisy. But back then, they were two towns in the same valley, and the gun makers had very unique characteristics to the guns they made there, and we'll take a look at that. But just across the border in North Carolina, here, across the border in Tennessee in the north, and across the border in Tennessee in Soddy-Daisy, you can see the architecture, how similar. Very similar architecture. Drop on the stocks, very similar. Everything's very similar. There's some distinct differences, especially with the Soddy-Daisy gun. They were very unique, and that's why I love them. So let's take a look at this. So typical deep crescent, actually more deeper a crescent than most Southern guns in Soddy-Daisy. Soddy-Daisy gun, we call them Soddy guns for short, but let's take a quick peek here at some of the highlights. So looking at the stock, you can see the distinctive butt plate, wide up here, big crescent. That's real typical Swage butt plate. So it was put on and hammered to fit. There wasn't a lot of fit and finish going on with these. So kind of dented and dinged and shaped to make it fit the stock. So real rustic, real rural, real basic. So you can also see it's a diamond shaped butt plate, and that, you see these 2 points here, correlates to 2 ridges that run right up the stock, and that's a real unique feature of the Soddy guns. And so you can see how the cheek piece kind of melds in to that ridge, and it actually makes for a really nice way to repeatedly put your cheek in the exact same spot, because the corner of my mouth rests right on the edge of that ridge. So I get in here, and as soon as the corner of my mouth is settled in and my cheek settles in, I know I'm in the exact same spot every time. So I really like that feature about these. So taking a look at this, and this rifle was made by Duprey. A lot of people, not a lot, but there's several people that make Soddy-Daisy guns, but Jack is the undisputed champion of these guns. He's got a beautiful original that he basically bench copies, and this is his last one. He made this one last year, and I just got it from him. I just talked him out of it. So taking a look, that real unique butt plate, ridges, hand forged trigger guard, chambers, late Ketlin lock with a rounded tail, custom rounded tail to look like the original, and no entry pipe, kind of smoothed over and round versus some mountain rifles that are flat there. Something like this, or actually like this Kibler was originally, but I rounded that off. I like this rounded look a little better. So you can take a look at that. Plain pipes, just plain brass pipes. Plain brass pipe, no nose cap. Simple, beautiful gun. I love these lean, and if any of you that have Kiblers know just how lean this is just as lean. So 39.5-inch barrel, 3/4 inch wide barrel, straight barrel, but because it's so thin, and it's a 36 caliber, so there's not a whole lot of steel in there. It's not very heavy. So, you know, just to give you an idea, you can hold it out like this all day. Maybe not all day, but so toe plate, feather hole, and Jack signs them on the barrel flat, just pretty cool. So you can see the shape there. It's sort of well, it's a little different than like Pennsylvania rifles in the shape here. It's more V, but the V is not really deep, but it definitely doesn't curve down from 1/3 down toward the barrel and curve from 1/3 down toward the pipe in that sort of shape of a Pennsylvania, or of a lot of Pennsylvanias. It's got kind of its own shape to the fore end. Real fine. So unique cheek piece as well. So you see that, real simple, integrated into that ridge, which is pretty cool. Adds a little weight to the rear end, which is nice. Simple, and that's typical Soddy-Daisy side plate, where a Tennessee side plate is going to be shorter and rounded at the end. I mean a regular East Tennessee, Northeast Tennessee type side plate, about that long and rounded. So these wide like that was typical of Soddy-Daisies. So there you go. Quick peek at the Soddy gun. And this is a great little squirrel rifle. And this is actually the one that caused me to get a 45 for the Kibler. So it still has a 36 in it, but over here is a 45 barrel, and it's gonna go in there, and that's gonna become a 45, because this sweet little darling right here is gonna be my squirrel gun. So we'll get this out to the range. It's been raining all day. I meant to get to the range today, but it's just pouring and cold all day. 50 degrees, 55 degrees, raining. There's no way. So anyway, the Duprey, Jack Duprey Soddy-Daisy rifle. Just a quick video to show you this, and we'll get it out to the range soon. We'll see you guys. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.